Welcome back. Today we're reading chapter 13 in our Apple Mary and Dennie's Lucky Apple book. Let's see, where's page? Chapter 13. There we are. Helping Hands. Apple Mary's new car came in very handy on her next Lucky Apples venture. "I have an important errand to do today," Apple Mary told Dennie one bright day. "And you can help me. There's a family down in our old neighborhood, a father, and 6 children. He's out of work, and the 2 youngest are ill." "Gee, I think we should do something," cried Dennie. "Exactly," his grandmother agreed. "I'm going down right away. I'll see what they need, and then Mr. Sprocket can attend to it for me." She turned to her new chauffeur. "Bill, you drive us down in the car. We'll take some groceries and things with us," she decided. A couple blocks from their destination, she asked Bill to stop the car. "Let's walk the rest of the way," she instructed, not wishing to have her old neighbors see the car and become suspicious. "You bring the basket of food, Bill. You don't want them to know you're rich, do you, Grandma?" Dennie guessed. When they rapped on the door of the dingy tenement flat, a grimy little boy with 2 smaller youngsters at his heels opened it. In bed in the same room were the 2 sick babies of the family. "Hello, Sonny," Apple Mary greeted the startled little boy. "It's just Apple Mary and Dennie. We've come to help out a bit." Now, the scrawny, discouraged father came out to see what was going on in his household. "But see here, Mary, you can't afford to do this," he protested when he saw the huge box of food Bill had carried in. "Don't you worry about that now," Apple Mary ordered, as she tied on a big white apron and rolled up her sleeves for work. "I'll fix the dinner." She had no more than started when a scuffle broke out between 2 tattered boys. "Uh-oh, a fight," cried Apple Mary. "Bill, you can handle that. It's right in your line." "You bet," Bill agreed, lunging for the 2 combatants. "Hey, you 2, stop it." Apple Mary soon found she would have a fine assistant in the young housekeeper of the family, a frail girl of not more than 12 years. "Keeping house for all these children is a big job for such a young girl," she sympathized. "I don't see how you manage so well." The girl flushed at the praise and watched with interest all the proceedings until Apple Mary began to lift steaming pots off the stove. "Dinner's almost ready," she smiled, sniffing the rich odors. "It looks awful good." Her little assistant sighed hungrily. "We haven't had that much food for a long time." "Call the rest of the children to dinner," instructed Apple Mary, ladling fluffy dumplings into big bowls of soup. The call went out, and the first to answer was Bill Biff, who staggered in, looking as if he had gotten the worst of a street brawl, with a struggling youngster pinioned firmly under each arm. "Well, for heaven's sake, what happened to you?" gasped Apple Mary. "Nothing," grinned Bill. "Just keeping peace in the family, that's all." Apple Mary was not content with seeing to it that the Weary family would be well fed for a while. When she and Dennie returned a few days later, she had another fine plan in mind. "I've got a nice job for Mr. Weary," she confided to Dennie as she rapped at the shabby door again. "They don't know I'm rich. They think I'm just a poor old apple woman. So we'll act like we heard about the job through someone else." When she told Mr. Weary of the fine opportunity, she was disappointed at his lack of interest in her proposition. "I'm sure you can get this job if you hurry down the first thing in the morning," she promised. "It's a swell one, too." "They won't want me," whined Mr. Weary. "They'll want a younger man. Wait and see." "I know it seems too good to be true," Apple Mary admitted cheerfully, "but you can't tell. Here's the address. Good luck." "Just a waste of time," the discouraged man insisted as he took the card. "I know it is." Mr. Weary's lack of confidence made a strong impression on Dennie. "Do you think poor Mr. Weary got the job you told him about, Grandma?" he asked the next day. "Think he got it?" she chuckled. "Why, Dennie, I know he did. I told Mr. Sprocket to give it to him." "I told him to pay Mr. Weary a week in advance so he'd have enough to live on until he really gets started working. Mr. Weary didn't act very pleased over getting a job when you told him to go see about it," Dennie recalled. "He's just had so much bad luck. It didn't seem to him like anything good could happen anymore," Dennie's grandmother explained. "But he doesn't know about Dennie's lucky apples, as I call them. He and his family will be all right from now on." That's the end of chapter 13. I hope you'll join me next time for chapter 14. Surprises. Only a few more chapters to go. We'll see you next time.